take it away, Sam.
Hey, thanks so much for having me. Sitting under the fig tree, made of three. I found a message come to me. It was more powerful than a heavy storm. Yet everything was so slow and calm. It took a moment to rise. But once it did, oh, the rain inside. We are blessed for the goodness we share. Goodness we share with the rest of the world. We are blessed for the goodness we share. Goodness we share with the rest of the world. The star was cold, the winds were strong. I didn't notice my feeling wrong. 'Cause a mother always knew what she told me since baby I just two. We are blessed for the goodness we share. Goodness we share with the rest of the world. We are blessed for the goodness we share. Goodness we share with the rest of the world. Silence, silence, silence. Tears came down my face, beating on my chin in a single stream. Feeling the consciousness inside of me, telling me this truth. We all know we are blessed for the goodness we share. Goodness we share with the rest of the world. We are blessed for the goodness we share. Goodness we share with the rest of the world. Rest of the world. Rest of the world. Thank you very much. Thank you. So my name is Sam Stokes. I'm going to play some new songs here, and I figured I'm going to talk about a few records that I just found in the shop today. All of these records are available for purchase if I don't take it home with me, but no, you guys get first dib. But yeah, I'm going to do another song here, and we're going to do this one kind of inspired by Fleetwood Mac because they wrote it. I don't believe it's on this album, but this is one of those albums that totally changed my life, Rumors. I had the pleasure of actually getting to go to the studio and meet the people who record it, and up in northern Sausalito, the record plant, and to just hear about that process and to hear about how so many different ingredients came together to make something so beautiful. It's a real journey, so definitely check out Rumors if you haven't listened to it. It's a start to finish kind of album, and this song I don't believe is on here, but it's one of my favorite Stevie Nicks songs of all time. So. Did my love take it down? Climbed a mountain and I turned around. reflection in a snow-covered hill. Landslide rolled me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tide? Can I handle the seasons of my life? I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. Time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Do my love dig down? Counted mine and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in a snow-covered hill. Landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Yeah, I'm a child within my heart rise above. Can I sail through the changing ocean tide? Can I handle the seasons of my life? I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. Time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Yeah, I'm getting older too. Do my love dig it down? Climbed the mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in a snow-covered hill. Till the landslide brought me down, and landslide brought me down. Oh, landslide brought me down. Thank you very much.
Ah, Stevie, she's great. Thank you so much for making that and putting that into the world, you know? It's like sometimes you always think about art in terms of like, oh, it's the life of the artist and this and that, but we forget like it's gifts for us. Those songs are gifts for us, and they inspire us and hit us in so many different ways, and it's like, in a way it's like, hey, thank you for having the courage to be you, to do you, and feel such a beautiful place like this with incredible music that inspires us, that makes our lives all the much better. So, yeah, love the good music, love the good music. All right, so this next one is called The Sun and the Moon, and as you can see probably, I'm kind of a sun person. Sam Stokes the fire, I'm a sun sign, fire sign, whatever it's called. A Leo, I mean, it's all there. And one of my dear friends, Miss Emma Loon, is a moon person, related with the moon. So this is kind of the story of two friends that meet in this lifetime, but it feels like you've known each other for centuries, and kind of what that means when you just click and get off the bat.
This is a story about the sun and the moon told throughout history in different points of view. In India, they fought to deliver breakup to suffer from loveless hate. In India, they wore the finest robes worn by queens of the high. Sisters and mine, never apart. Even they sigh, understand the force around them. Back to the same. Today they sit in a palisade, two young girls, not much age. One wears a blue bandana and a black hammer soul.
Yeah, she kind of looks like me. And
The other wore the lightest shade of mint across her head.
yeah, she kind of looks like you. And
They laughed and they cried and they kept hands and they kept secrets. Never really knowing the power they had through the love they shared. Sisters and I, never apart. Even this side, understand. Was around them, back to the same. The sun and the moon met in this lifetime only but a bit ago. But the sun and the moon have always been nothing more than the sun and the moon. Rotating, revolving, loving, just rotating, revolving, loving. They never lived otherwise, they've never loved otherwise, they've always been the sun and the moon. They've never lived otherwise, they've never loved otherwise, they've always been the sun and the moon. They've never lived otherwise, they've never loved otherwise, they've always been the sun and the moon. Sisters and I, never apart. Even they saw, understand. Cross around them, back to the same.
thank you so much. If you're just tuning in, my name is Sam Stokes. Thanks for all here in the shop too. So yeah, we're going to be talking about some original music that I've been playing for y'all, and also talking about some records as I was perusing the things that really stuck out to me. So the next one that was calling me, Marvin Gaye, What's Going On. This is one of those records where this, I think, really defined Marvin Gaye's career. It defined kind of the soulfulness, the songwriting, just his connection to like the greater consciousness. It made him, he had more of a stance then after this record. It wasn't just about music, it was about also making some sort of a political statement and being connected to the community. And one of the things that's really interesting about this record, but Marvin Gaye in general, is I had the pleasure of listening to, a friend of mine has basically a bunch of the stem files, so it's the individual, the instrumentation, the harmonies, the main vocals, all that stuff. He has the whole production of one of Marvin Gaye's songs, or a few of them, I think. But we got to like listen to all the different pieces of that track, and to hear those certain like, you know, background harmonies and things isolated. Some of it sounded terrible. You're like, Marvin, this timing is off. Like, dude, you cannot do that hard. What are you doing? Like, it was wild, like how independently, Aretha Franklin has a lot of things like that too, with the background harmonies when they're isolated, you're just like, yikes. But when you then put it all together, you're like, oh, this is perfect. And there's something I think kind of beautiful about that, and I think a lot of those records of that time frame of really embracing humanity and all of its flaws, and how in that togetherness perfect and it's beautiful, and then you make a record like this and you're like, yeah, okay, they knew what they were doing. So to all those other musicians and artists out there, embrace all the imperfections because it's what makes it beautiful. So we're going to do another one here. This one kind of came about after a wonderful conversation on the phone with my brother not too long ago.
I think of all the times I called my mother to cry. Oh, now that she is older and her mother has died. Oh, who does she call in the middle of the night? Who does she call in the middle of the night? I think of all the love she gives and the way she points my sail. Oh, the way she brings up the sun in the darkest night. Oh, knowing that the sun is long been gone from the sky. Love is as good as love can be. So without that love, who reminds it how to be? Oh, a mother's love is as good as love can be. So without that love, who reminds it how to be? Oh, I think of all the times I call my mother to cry. Oh, now that she is older and her mother has died. Oh, who does she call in the middle of the night? I think of all the kindness and wisdom she has given me. Who reminds her how to be? So I sit here in my mother's chair as a shoulder for her to cry on, to hug and kiss and love and squeeze her, so she knows someone cares. 'Cause a mother without a mother can't give more than she gives. I think of all the times I call my mother to cry. Oh, now that I am older and my mother may die. Oh, who am I gonna call in the middle of the night? Who am I gonna call in the middle of the night? Who am I gonna call in the middle of the night? Who am I gonna call in the middle of the night?
Thank you. Call your mamas if you can. Give them like all that love they give us, you know? You know, it's been pretty cool weather here up in Santa Cruz. It's not as dry as down in LA, but hydrating is important.
for me. Till my very soul, you believe what you believe. I believe in you. Coming from the ocean home, coming from our roots grow deeper. For the breeze, for the air, for the sun, for the east, for the breeze, for the air, for the sun, for the east, for the breeze, for the air, for the sun, for the east. For the breeze, for the air, for the sun, for the east, for the breeze, for the air, for the sun, for the east, for the breeze, for the air, for the sun, for the east. Coming from the ocean north, coming from our roots grow deeper.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, let's talk about a record. Let's see. Let's talk about Led Zeppelin. So I was driving, I'm native to San Diego, that's where I grew up, and live in LA, and it's very sad to me, but the first time in my life driving a one along the coast, along the thing, was yesterday. Which I just think is wild, like as a native Californian, it feels like we all do that at birth, like it's just like a thing, oh you're born, drive along the coast, you know, it feels like, took me some time, but I did it yesterday, and right when it was starting to get on those like bridges that are like 100-year-old bridges that are like incredible on all the rock sides were, for some reason I felt like listening to Led Zeppelin, and I think it started with the levee, when the levee breaks. Which I was like, I don't know if this is like, you know, Dancing with Karma, or if this is just like feeling the mood, I don't know. But yeah, there's something about Led Zeppelin, and so this is Led Zeppelin, this is just Led Zeppelin 4, right? Yeah, it's just Led Zeppelin 4. And this is great. I have this one at home, actually. This is a great record, and it features Stairway to Heaven, if you've heard of it, Black Dog, Rock and Roll. It's just, this is great. And I think the thing that's cool about Led Zeppelin is they were masters individually of their instruments. They're like top 5 rock and roll Hall of Famers for their instruments, and the fact that the 4 of them were together is just like, wow. So if you don't have this record, this is a great one for the collection. Thank you very much. So we're going to do a little tuning. With my tuner. Which I there. Aha, it was falling. Alright. But I want to talk about jazz. Because jazz is great. And specifically, I want to pull up this Nat King Cole album. Unforgettable. This is one of those songs so it has Lost April, Too Young, Unforgettable, Mona Lisa, For Sentimental Reasons, Red Sails in the Sunset, Portrait of Jenny, and What I'll Do. And having this record and then Natalie Cole's record, Unforgettable, in which she's doing harmonies and singing with her dad, having both of those things I think are just essential to any collection. But there's something about like a song that you know your whole life, and you're like, oh, this is great, oh, I love this song, this is great. And the other day I was driving, and Unforgettable came on the radio, the jazz radio, I think KCRW in LA, and oh my gosh, it was like, at that moment it hit me, and I was like, oh, I know what they're talking about. You know, because there's that first layer where you're just like, oh, this is nice, and the lyrics are great, and then it hits you, and you're like, oh, yeah, this is beautiful. And sometimes it's just literally, I always describe this with my friends, it's like, sometimes you just haven't lived enough life for it to make sense to you. And then you live a little bit more life, and one day you're like, oh, I've lived the life that I needed to live in that, whatever experience it was that you made, but all of a sudden a record like this will hit you. So yeah, this one and then Natalie Cole's Unforgettable, both excellent additions to any collection. That just happened. I was wondering, I have extra strings. Can we make this work without my high E string? You served me well. You served me so well. Let me think. What am I gonna do?
The guy got,
Are we able to take an interlude and I could switch the string? Or what do you think? What's
No, that's
better?
fine. Either one.
Okay, now let me fix the string because all the next songs they feature the higher part of the guitar. If it had been the low A string, who cares? But that would have been more painful. Okay, then let's take a quick break and then I'll come back with a new E string. Thanks.
I'm always looking when that happens. I'm like, what's that popping? You know, it's like, I always change the tunings and stuff, so I know I'm always like, it's a matter of time before that piece just it's like, dude, you've been going up and down this whole time. Like, what do you think? But yeah, I have some with me, so.